As far as lighting, one of the most important things is to make sure your face is lit and any windows behind you, such as you see here, have been closed by curtains or there's no light coming in. I'll show you the difference. As you can see here, my face is no longer the center of attention and all that light is coming in. Just be really mindful of where you're filming as it relates to light. Now let's talk a little bit about angle. A lot of people film at this angle and you can see the ceiling line right here. You can look as if I'm looming down at you, which is not the same as if we were having a conversation. I'm filming in the same spot, but at a different angle. You see, I'm maintaining just a little space above my head, shoulders, and kind of to mid-chest. This is the professional way of framing yourself. And if you don't have a tripod, you can always stack it on books. You can put it on a shelf and then lower your body. So maybe you don't have the right, you feel like you don't have the right place. Keep looking around and seeing it. If you do have, let's say, a table, then prop it up with books on the table and then get below the table, maybe sit on your knees. But what it does is it looks like we're having conversation. While we're here, I wanted to talk a little bit about eye contact. I'm not going to deduct points if you're not making eye contact because you already have a lot of criteria. And for many people, this is your first time. But you notice the difference. Right now, I'm using an iPhone and I'm looking at the little green dot, and that's where I know the camera is. Now, what happens is a lot of people maybe look at their own image, whether it's on a webcam, a notebook computer, or a phone. And right now, I'm looking away. So you as the audience probably feel more connected to what I have to say if I'm looking at the green dot. That's something, again, one of those strategies that I think can make you much more effective on camera, not only for this class, but moving forward. Once you get yourself in frame, it's always good to do kind of a test, see how you sound, should you speak up louder, and then watch the video and then look in the background. Like I do this every time I look at the background. Should I be moved a little bit more here, more there, and just kind of move things around so you feel completely comfortable and you really like the aesthetic of where you're filming. This is just a multi-step process before you even get to talk to, but think about it, you're only talking for 60 seconds. And so a lot of the time, which I found for such a short video, is getting everything set up, making sure you can be seen, making sure you can be heard, you got your angle right, you've got your framing correct, and you've checked your background to make sure there's nothing distracting like unfolded clothes or anything that people put that could probably be tidied up a bit. One of the main problems filming in this orientation is it really is for social media. It is more of a casual way of filming. But right now you'll see there are two black boxes on each side of me when someone is viewing it on a computer screen, which is what I do, versus a phone. And also about 50% of this screen is nothing happening and I'm right here. Now, if I was to move myself into the full frame, this, to me, that's still too much body. I think it's still too casual. And you'll find that there is kind of a difference between this kind of filming and this kind of filming. The thing I see a lot of people doing, which I'm doing right now just to illustrate a point, is they're holding the phone and the phone is kind of moving around, and that can be very distracting. Now, it'd be different if you had a gimbal and if you were walking around or moving around like this. But most people, they're just going to be sitting stationary and they're going to be moving. This is what I call the floating head. Again, we have this severe angle, as you can tell, but even if you didn't have the angle, you're just having kind of a head there. Remember to keep your head and your shoulders, go from mid-chest and just leave a little. And again, these are techniques that I know are going to make you, your self-presentation be more professional, and people are going to listen more when you've taken the time to really put yourself in frame. Now, again, I'm holding the camera, and as you can see, even me, who has lots of skill and lots of experience in filming, I cannot hold this thing still. And I think and then you've got this arm extended like that. Again, this is the difference between something that's more casual and something that's more academic and professional, which is what we're trying to achieve with these videos.